What's up? It's your boy Mean Joe Green, aka Prince of the Ghetto. I want to talk about something Master P just said. He said the ones that didn't change are dead or in prison. You can get money back, but you can't get your time back. Meaning, as he was coming up in the streets, he started from the bottom, from the streets, got his label, went back to New Orleans and signed artists that was from the streets, from the hoods. He helped turn them artists to at least making $1 million to millionaires. And he saw that some, maybe, no, I ain't gonna say most of them, but some of his artists took some losses because they stayed in the streets. Examples, like Soulja Slim, he lost his life. Even though he had a career, he was a rapper, he was elevating, but he still wanted to stay in the streets. You got Mac. Mac was still in the streets. I remember when Master P told Mac, you finna go and do a show in the trenches in that little club? And Mac was like, yeah. And Master P said, how much money you got in your bank? And Mac said he told him $1 million. And he said, so you just finna reach yourself to go up in there just to get $5,000? And Mac did that, went off in that club, and somebody had got murdered, and Mac was in there, and Mac had to go do 20 years of time. The rapper Mac, he lost 20 years of his time, and that's what Master P saying you can't get that time back. You know, and it's sad how Mac was one of the coldest lyricists out of No Limit. As you can see, if you follow him on Instagram now, Mac still got it. Cold with the flow. Another rapper, his own brother, Flesh and Blood, C Murder, had millions. I remember on that song, C Murder said, I don't give a fuck, with Soulja Slim and that white boy Cracker. He said on the verse, he said, I got 1 million plus 20 more, but yet I still hang on the side of that liquor store. You see, the goal is to elevate. I see what Master P is saying. And Master P said he been telling his brother that, you know, you got to change your surroundings. You got to continue to grow. As your money grow, your fame and all that, you got to grow too. You know, you got to get up out the hood. You know, we come from the hood. You can always go back and give back to the hood, but you don't supposed to go just stay there. You getting rich and you still staying there amongst all these type of, you see how poverty is hard, man. The people that ain't got nothing to lose will take a chance on a person that's elevating, that got something. You pulling up in the hood in the Beans and Lambo, you ain't nothing but a steak for these people. You gonna have problems. Your own people will be hating on you because you getting all the attention. You got to elevate. You know, I get what Master P was saying. He's saying you're supposed to elevate by education. You know, increase education, building businesses. You know, all that. That's the main part, building businesses. You got money, let's work that money. He said not staying in the streets. Staying in the streets as a millionaire is a no-no. And I get it's a lot of former street dudes, they doing podcasts and stuff now. Yeah, the streets be still in us. We can still speak on that, but none of them not living in them streets like that. Them podcasters, like you see, they're doing the interviews like Cameron and them, and all of them, they're talking that street stuff. Even the big rappers, they talk that street stuff, but they not in the streets anymore. They in them mansions behind them gates with the big fences, man. But you know, I get it. You can still rap about it because you been there. You visioned it. You know, you come from it. You know, and rap really, let's face it, rap really is about negativity. So that's why they go back to rapping this street stuff, street code. Who real, who fake, who a rat, who snitch. Because the hip hop is really full of negativity. That's what sells. So I get that part, but at the same time, what Master P is saying is when you really actually successful in making money like that, you got to elevate. He's saying everybody that he know, the ones that didn't change, you got to change. The ones that didn't though, he said they are either dead or they are in prison. And that's a fact. You got to elevate. You got to move around, man. And then he said, when you do make your money and elevate, don't still stay in the streets like trying to have street businesses with the negative. You got people in the streets, they still hanging out in the hoods and stuff, probably got a car wash. They still hanging in the hood. The people, the mumbling around you while you there, you doing the negative and probably still trying to flip a brick at the same time. You got your hands like that, you got your hands dirty, still trying to hang in the streets, keeping your hand dirty, but you a millionaire. That ain't gonna last long. It's negative in that, man. You got to go legitimate. Go get you a building and, own you something. That's a fact, man. I felt Master P when he said that. That's why Master P still standing out here. He a businessman. He understand. I like to hear people like Master P talk because they have walked the walk. They been there, done it. He give out jewels. That's game. I love hearing people like P them talk and give out game because you could tell they energy, they positive. He real with it. And he been there. He already know who gonna lose and who gonna win by the way you moving, because P come from the bottom. He got it out the mud and made something and got out of it. And I felt him on that, man. And he said time is your most valuable asset. And that's true. Time, man. You can't get time back. You lose time on anything. Just think about it. If you just had your child, your baby, 6 months, years old, and you catch a case, and you end up doing like 8, 9 years, you done missed all that time with your child, man. You done missed your child first steps. You done missed your child first walk, learning how to walk. You done missed your child everything, first day of school. You done missed all that, man. And then you done lost time with yourself because you got to go just sit down behind them bars. If you had the skills, for instance, like I go back to like Mac. He was a rapper. He had skills, man. Mac when he did that big, man, don't tell how big rapper Mac will be right now. And all that time he did, he can't get that time back. Just like BG, he went and did them 14 years or whatever, he can't get that time back. It's like you got to get out and start over. But what could you have accomplished if you didn't have to go sit down? See, P just kept elevating. As long as you out here free doing it the right way, you're going to keep elevating. You're going to keep learning. You're going to rise. You're going to do better. Then you get to enjoy the fruits of your labor with your family. You got your kids, you could teach your kids on the way up. And they get to know you throughout their lives. Instead of you behind bars or possibly even dead. You got to change. And when P said that, I felt that, man. So, shout out to that boy, Master P. He said he only chill with people that only push him. He said he don't got people that just around him, just hanging around him, just there, He said if you ain't there pushing him and ideas and trying to grind with him, and you just there just to be there, just to ride with him and just hang, he said he don't got those type. And I feel that too. I don't want nobody just around hanging and I'm the only one with the grind mindset trying to get it. And this person here just wasting time hanging, probably just getting high with no goals or nothing. That person will be your downfall. Because you don't know when he would change his mind to try to turn on you. But if y'all grinding together, he pushes you and he grinding, he getting money, we splitting cash. That's similar like a partnership, you know. I can trust you in a way because we getting money together. So, you know, when Pete said that, man, I said, yeah, man, he dropped some jewels with that one, man. I want to talk about that because I felt it. And I love listening to Master P talk, man, because, like I say, he give out great game, man. So, again, shout out to that boy Master P, man. He's an icon out here, man. I give him his flowers now because, like I say, he been through it, man. He know what's up. And he's trying to tell everybody else what's up. So, that's what's up. Shout out, man. If you made it this far in the video, like the video, man. Subscribe to my channel if you're not. And as always, I'm coming back with some more flavor. And it's all good. It's your boy, Mean Joe Green. Love. I'm about.